There's been a war against the nuclear family for quite some time. And to be honest, they've absolutely been successful. The elites, the global elites, have absolutely been successful in destroying the nuclear family. And they continue to do so and will continue to do so until they get what they want. Okay? Which is to depopulate the earth. This isn't a secret anymore. The Great Reset is in motion. They're trying their hardest. And rhetoric like this, articles like this that are being pushed by these billionaires that own these mainstream media companies to continue pushing the narrative that as a woman, the best thing for you, because we live in such a self-serving society, the best thing for you, woman, is to be single, never have kids, become the crazy cat lady, and die alone. Y'all, this article is published by Bloomberg Business, and it says women who stay single and don't have kids are getting richer. Foregoing marriage and parenthood has a bigger payoff for American women than men, according to new research. And this is a recent article, y'all, just came out a few days ago. It's about this woman named Ashley, and she isn't married and doesn't have kids, and she has a message for women just like her. You can still have it all. I'm gonna call cap on that.
Stop the cap.
I'm gonna call cap on that. Actually, by definition, that's a lie, because if you're over 40 and you don't have kids, you literally don't have it all. You don't have the all. You don't have the family. You don't even have a husband. If you don't want kids, if you at least have a husband, you don't even have a husband. And they intentionally pick out women like this, y'all. They intentionally do that. They're going to talk about her accomplishments. They're going to talk about the money, because they understand that where we are as a society, money outweighs family for most women in the United States of America. They hear and see dollar signs. They hear the properties that this woman has. Oh, wow. Yeah. Why should I have a family? I don't need a family. Why? Go get the bag, sis. Chase the bag. Come on.
Period. 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 Period.
So the purpose of this article is to tell women that if you're single and childless on average, also if you go to college for 4 years and more and accrue tens of thousands of dollars in debt, that you can make $8,000 more a year. Yes, y'all, a whopping $8,000 more dollars a year, which equals a little over $600 a month. Wow, y'all, we're not even talking about taxes here. This is the point of this article, y'all. Now, they don't mention in this article that women that are married have more wealth than single women that are childless. Oh, they're not going to tell you that. Why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. Yeah, all this just beautifully fits into the elite's agenda. Get the women, excuse me, out of the home. Get them educated. All right. Accrue a ton of student loan debt that they want us, y'all. They want us hardworking Americans to pay for. We have to pay for their gender studies degree. We have to pay for their gender studies degree, y'all, because it's fair. It's the empathetic thing to do. It's to pay for somebody else's degree. Even though those of us that don't have any student loan debt, we navigated life a little different. God is good. Chose not to make stupid financial decisions like that, but now we have to pay for it. Y'all, get the women in school. Get them out of the home where they're at their best. Women are at their best in the home. You can call it what you want. Y'all, this is simply biblical. So what do? Got them out the home, right? If you are going out with a chick, statistically, she's probably has either attended college or currently in college. She has probably some college under her belt. As of spring 2021, women made up, let's just round it up to 60%. 60% of all U.S. college students are record high. You know, this doesn't have anything to do with female empowerment. You're playing into their hand. That's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. Because what happens, y'all? We understand. We know in this space, men's content. We understand that women make up excess of 70% of all divorces are initiated by whom, y'all? The women. Y'all, that number goes up to around 90% when the woman is college educated. So if 60% of college students are women, and these women decide at a certain point to get married, what does that mean? Statistically, there's a good chance that woman's going to initiate divorce. Why? Because she has her own bag. You don't need him, honey. You don't need him. You can do your own thing. You can get your own bag, sis. You don't need that man. And with laws like no-fault divorce, they can divorce you for any reason and still get half your ish. Okay? It's absolutely bull jive, but again, y'all, this is an agenda, and this is what they do. It's in the form of a meme. It's so true. This is what they do. Get the woman out of the home, right? Put off marriage. Being dependent on your husband who loves you. And you can see right here, she says, F off. I don't believe in that made up nonsense. Whereas being dependent on your employer who hates you, and look at her face, she absolutely loves it. She's like, that makes sense to me. And that's what they do. They're going to work for a man. Y'all, if y'all marry a woman, a woman that goes college educated and stuff like that, and look, this contributes to the rise of sexless marriages, right? Because these women get married or whatever, they're getting stressed out at work and stuff like that. Why? Because women can't handle stress like men can. Okay, why? Women are more emotional. Men can be more stoic. Okay, like me, for example. If I ever get married, which at this point, it would take a very special woman. And a prenup, come on with it. If I were ever to get married, there's certain things that my wife has no business knowing. I can handle that on my own. I can talk to God and figure it out. Women have to talk to their boyfriend, their husband. They have to, because they're so emotional. I know women can't be stoic. They can't handle the stress that men can. This isn't sexism, isn't anything like that. Women have strengths. They have things that they're better at than men. But can we speak in reality? I know it's not popular in this day and age, but y'all, I'm talking my ish. We're just speaking in reality, y'all. So we have all these things combined, and it makes up where we are right here, y'all. Let's look at the birth rates. This was put out by Elon Musk. He said USA birth rate has been below minimum sustainable levels for over 50 years, y'all. And look, there's no coinky-dink where you can see where the drop-off is. Y'all, what happened in the 60s? What happened in the 70s? Let's see. Planned Parenthood became more prevalent. They're really pushing it. Y'all, what also came out? Oral birth control, y'all. Oral birth control came out in 1960. Within 2 years of its initial distribution, over 1.2 million American women were consuming it, right? So that contributes to where we are right now. And it says right here at the bottom, total fertility rate is an estimate of the average number of babies a woman would have in her lifetime. 2.1 is the level needed for society to replace itself, y'all. And y'all, we're at a point right now where we can't replace ourselves, y'all, from just a genetics perspective. We are in a lot of trouble. And why? It's because of rhetoric like this, articles like this. Okay, it's Planned Parenthood. It's taking the father out the home. It's replacing marriage with college education. We hear it all the time. We see these women, RIP to Kev. He would interview these women all the time. They would call in on his show. He wasn't seeking them out. They were calling in on his show. They said, well, I got 7, 8, 9, 10 degrees. Where's my man? And the reality is this, for masculine men like myself, y'all, God is good. Okay? As a 6-figure earner and a masculine guy, I couldn't care less about your degrees. To me, at this point, y'all, degrees for me is a red flag. Degrees for me is a red flag. And again, this woman in this article, it's just so much, y'all. I'm trying to keep it relatively concise. It's just so much to this. There's so many layers to this. This woman in this article is over 40 years old. It's over 40 years old. She says, I love my life and feel very fulfilled. That's what she says. Now, if you love your life and you feel very fulfilled, why would you even consider freezing your eggs? She froze her eggs in 2018 to keep her options open. Y'all know the type of people I respect. A person that has their courage of their conviction, God bless it. Have the courage of your conviction. If this is what you want to do, God bless it, and stand by it, stick to it, and become the old cat lady. Why'd you freeze your eggs? Why'd you freeze your eggs? You want to leave your options open. Just because, this is another freaking narrative that's been pushed. Now, just because a woman freezes her eggs, that doesn't mean anything. IVF, all these things, sometimes it doesn't take, especially as you get older. Sometimes them eggs are straight up dust. As a citizen in this country, you have the right to make your decision. But don't get on social media crying in a few years like we see time after time after time. Y'all, this isn't a one-off thing where we see women crying about their eggs and, oh, did I wait too late? And all. Look, you have to take accountability. Yo, we do not hold women accountable in this country. We don't. They have so many outs. They can say anything. They can say, you could be a 50-year-old woman, right? Childless. Right, man, he just didn't. Then they try to blame it on God. Well, God didn't send him to me. In their prime, they had dozens and dozens and dozens of guys interested in them. What happened? Usually they're riding the CC. They weren't riding the CC. They might have had a combination of riding the CC and chasing their career. Which, that's also another CC, chasing career, come on. That weren't intentional. Maybe the guys, the successful guys, the Poindexters, if you will, they didn't want them then. Now they get old, now they want the Poindexter. Well, Poindexter doesn't want you. He's already booed up. He's already married. And guess what? The woman has more wealth in that marriage than a single woman in her 40s, statistically. Isn't that something else, yo? Isn't that something else? You still get what you want in the end. You still get what you want in the end if you just follow God's plan. Literally. The money. You would still get that. Yo, child care is, care for when you're old is very expensive. I think at a living facility, I think it can be $5-6 grand. Yo, she's in New York. Where's she gonna move to? She better move to a cheaper state. I don't know, Florida or something. Florida real estate's getting expensive. Look, when you have kids and you instill culture in them about family and stuff, they're not gonna put you in their home. When you instill that culture, they're not gonna put you in a home. All right? They're gonna take care of you. When you don't have children to begin with, nobody wants to take care of their aunt, man. Nobody wants to take care of their aunt that they barely. Oh, the cool aunt, like yeah, like she brought me some souvenir from France because they love to travel. Y'all, traveling is cool to an extent. Y'all, some of traveling is freaking overrated. There's nice hotels everywhere. Okay, there's scenery everywhere. Only thing you could different argue is like the authentic food, you know, for certain locations, y'all. But some of the over, yo, traveling to an extent is overhyped. It's overhyped to an extent. If you're, and that's what you're gonna hedge, because she has an apartment in New York. It says right here, it says apartment in New York, and a beach house on the Jersey Shore. Y'all, the beach house that she has on the Jersey Shore, it says later on in the article that she bought it with her sister, right? Yo, everything isn't what they appear. 40 years old, y'all. 40 years old. It's potentially only half of your life. Only half. What about the second half? What about the second half? What are you going to do the second half? Are you still going to be happy in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? Y'all, we're talking about for her. Like, she's a thin woman, right? Good for her. She's thin. She got some, good Lord, she got some calves on her. Come on. She's a thin woman, right? She could potentially live over 80. So we're talking about still another several decades of her like having a sane mind, right? Like realistically, in 20 years, she's in her 60s, and so you know statistically probably still has a sane mind. Are you still gonna be how you are happy? Because self-serving society, happy, not at peace. We don't talk about peace, but it's just happy. Now, happiness is up and down. That's another overrated thing, y'all. There's no historical data. The happiness is up and down, y'all. Peace is what you need to be looking for. The Bible talks about peace. Peace, the happiness. I'm really like been researching that lately. That's some Disney. That's some Disney. To an extent, you know, to an extent, because these people talk about happiness. You have to be freaking happy all the time. It's up and down. You have bad days. You know what I mean? But you're at peace, like me. I'm at peace every night. God is good. I'm at peace every night. And if we want to talk about happiness, then here we go. This was from Psychology Today. The unhappiest profile, the unhappiest person, female, 42 years old, unmarried. No children. Household income under 100 bands. What did it say in the Bloomberg article, y'all? It's talking about a $65,000 clip. That's what a woman makes. $65,000. The $8,000 more dollars in the man. So what does that mean? That means it fits right in to what Psychology Today is saying. Household income under 100 bands. In a professional position, doctor, lawyer, etc. I'm not picking on this woman. There are a lot of women that are doing this, that are approaching that age, 38, 37, 38, 39. So some of these women are straight up capping, man, when they say, oh, I'm happy. No, you're not. Why are you freezing your eggs? But as a woman, are you going to be at peace in 10, 15, 20 years? Or are you going to switch it up and say, man, I should have gotten married? Look, yo, this society where we're at, I say these things, I make these videos, y'all, out of love. I genuinely mean it, out of love. Y'all, you understand, like, I want women to understand that this society, it benefits men like me. It benefits men that make good money, that are attractive, that are on their purpose. But if it's men like me, y'all, I can literally sleep with a woman every weekend if I wanted to. All right, but staying in coordinates. All right, trying to stay in coordinates with my faith. I'm not doing that stuff. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm trying to help y'all out, right? Now, y'all, it's your favorite Texan here, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, I know I get on here, I talk my stuff. You know, a lot of videos I make are entertaining, y'all. But I'm informed. I am well informed of what's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna get on here sometimes. I'm gonna talk my ish, and I'm going to talk about, you know, just the realities of what's going on. Okay. We'll see you on next one, man. God bless.